Welcome to the channel, everybody. Now today I have a Scum 0.9 and beyond news and updates video for you all. So let's get straight into the video and see what the devs have been teasing over the past 4 or 5 days. So up first, which I missed last week, is the Scar. Now this is in its final preparation stages, having the last little bits implemented and checked around on it before it is given to us. But we should see this very soon. Now there is another weapon that people have been asking about, but there is no further news on the progress of that yet, which is the SKS. Now I assume this has been pushed back slightly just because we had the M249, obviously the Scar's now being implemented. So again, we should see this in the future, but we're going to have to wait for a little bit more information to find out when. Now, up next is a big one in my opinion. Now, a lot of people say clothes we don't really need, but this is more than just clothes. This is rolled up sleeved shirts. And I'm hoping this goes along to jackets as well at some point, because it would be nice to actually see that watch when we lift our arm up to see the time. Now, I know that obviously that they put in the timer at the bottom left hand corner that comes up as like a hint, which is nice and all. It does save you the trouble of having to obviously go into first person or take your jacket off, etc., to be able to see the watch on your wrist. But this alone will obviously take away that factor itself. So it will be nice to see these implemented when they do finally come in. A small thing for some, but for others, it's actually quite a nice touch. So other than this, we'll move on to some big news, which is NPCs. So what we're seeing on screen now is a work in progress. Okay, so these are Tech 1 full riot suits for NPCs. Yes, human NPCs. Obviously, we do know that human NPCs will eventually come into Scum, and this is one of our first sort of teasers of what they're actually working on. Now, we have seen images beforehand of human NPCs, in other words, security, scientists, things like this, but this is the first in a long time we've seen anything to do with human NPCs that's relatively new. Okay, so I am very much looking forward to seeing where this goes, especially on the human side of NPCs. NPCs, AI as a whole with Scum is going places, and I can't wait to see what else they bring into this game. Now, they have said they've got a lot planned for us, and I'm guessing there is a lot still to be going into Scum before a 1.0 release, but I'm happy to stick around, check updates, and make sure I give you that news at the same time, because in my opinion, Scum is going places. I know a lot of people don't like Scum or have some sort of issue with Scum or the development of it, but we've got to remember this has been currently 5 years in development, early access. There's a lot of AAA games that you don't even see before the 8-year, 10-year mark of development. So, you know, we can't really sit here and say the development's been rubbish, because it hasn't. It's improved massively since I started playing 3.5, 4 years ago. But again, that's just my opinion. You take what you want from Scum and make your own judgment on it. I'm just here to give you a bit of news and my opinion on it. You know, I enjoy Scum, that's why you see it on the channel. But other than this, we've got a couple more things to move on to. And the next one is the Marleys. So we've had some teasers about these before, but they are gradually getting to the point of being completed on the modular side. And what we're seeing now is just some little extras that we can get for these. And it does look like there are now batteries for these bikes, okay? Which is good, because as we know, obviously with the dirt bikes, there's not a lot you can do to them right now other than change the wheels. So hopefully we'll see changes to the dirt bikes coming in with batteries implemented. But again, that is just speculation on my side. We're going to have to wait and see. Now, obviously last week I showed you some video footage of the planes being worked on. And it has been said that the planes are next to come in. Again, we haven't got a surefire date on when they're coming back, but it should hopefully be between now and 0.95. So what that means is once the planes are back in, we'll then see hopefully bike, ATVs, which we'll get onto in just a moment because they are currently being worked on, but it does look like they're having a couple of little minor issues with it. But hopefully the good guys on the dev team can sort that out pretty quickly. So let's move on now to the ATVs, where I've got a small little video that was shared by Tomislav, just to show you the progress on them.
Šta, niko neće ništa komentirat sad, a? Ajde, vozi. Jedemo malo igrača unutra.
So, yeah, that looks like it's going wonderfully for them. But, again, as I said, hopefully they'll get that sorted pretty quickly and we'll see the return of the ATVs soon. But this is great news because over the past week and a half, we've seen 2 videos now of 2 separate vehicles, one being the plane, one being the ATV, and then some images of the Marley as well. So good news for people waiting on vehicles to come back. Now there is no news on the pickup trucks, unfortunately, and the 4x4s. But again, these are vehicles that were in Scum and they are going to be replaced with modular forms eventually. All right, so we are seeing progress with the vehicles. I know some people are going to say it's not the ones we want. And I know some people, including myself, are waiting for the rafts to make a return. But again, I will keep my eye out on every avenue for any news on them and keep you all updated like I always do. So that's pretty much going to be all for today. I just want to give a quick shout out to our channel members, Megahoof, Mary G, Alti, Nectar 940 and Phoenix. Thank you very much for your extra support. It's always appreciated. If you want to join them, you can head over to the channel, hit the join button and see what perk suits you best. It all goes back into the channel and just gives everyone a better viewing experience. But if you do want to support me in another way, you can do just by liking this video, hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell, and then that way you'll stay up to date with the latest Scum news, guides and content over on the channel. Until next time, see ya!